Hey Patreon, once again guys, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. This is going to be a preview that I'm going to go ahead and post on my YouTube channel about some of the stuff that I do for my patrons. I'm going to be working once again with the Buffalo Bills playbook. Now this is going to be live NFL playbooks shut off. So essentially this is going to be the stock playbooks that you get from day one in the Buffalo Bills playbook. There's a huge difference. I do have a lot of people that use MUT and can't access some of these plays, and actually find out that if I'm using the live NFL playbooks, even though I'm getting some great formations that are getting access to, I'm also losing some great formations too. So there's kind of a trade-off, but I'm going to do this for you guys. So if you're building a custom scheme, or if you're actually going ahead and using MUT playbooks, this will be available to you. So we're going to be looking at the Buffalo Bills iForm Pro, and this is going to be a red zone scheme, ideally inside the 10-yard line. And we got a lot of great plays that are pretty much underappreciated. So one of the great plays, and I actually had a subscriber and basically a patron actually point this out to me, but the corner strike is a phenomenal play down in the red zone. What I would do is I've got these particular audibles. I've got the quick slants, I've got the 94 will, I've also got corner strike, which is that great play, and then the play action scissors. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and get rid of the quick slants, and I want to provide a nice little play that I can hit against my opponent, which would be Texas. That's a real ideal play. The 94 will, I'm going to swap this out for a play that's pretty much underappreciated, and it's basically this particular play, which is the fullback dive fake halfback. This is going to give me a nice little inside run. I'm going to leave the play action scissors. I could probably swap it out with some other plays, but we're going to leave that stock. Not going to be something I'm going to use. So out of the huddle, I'm going to use a play which is going to be the halfback lead draw. So this might not be a play I'm going to use right away against my opponent, but the halfback lead draw out of the I-form formation, not a very common play, but is a very good play to use, especially if you have a guy that uses a lot of zone coverages against you, because you're going to get 7 blockers that are going to block for you, and this is a very effective play that you can use in your scheme. So we're going to use it as a huddle. A play type, we're just going to use zone coverages down here on the 5-yard line. So from the very beginning, we're going to take a look at the fullback dive fake halfback. This is a great play to go ahead and use against your opponent. Obviously, you want to try to get yourself, maybe you could put your second wide receiver in, or running back in, to try to do that. But if you got a guy that's going to give you an empty box like this, just go ahead and tack him with the fullback dive, and you can actually get easy yards against you, especially if he's using a first down, it's a 3rd and 1 type of situation. So it's a nice little play to do that. What's cool about it too is you can flip it to the other side. So if he's got basically the gaps filled up on the other side, you can go and hit it to this side to go and hit that. So this essentially is establishing the running game. Now, the base play we have is basically the draw play, and I want you to see on how this is a very, very effective play against anybody that uses a lot of zone drop coverages, because not only do you get the draw animation, the guys will fall back in coverage, but you also get an additional lead blocker, which is very unusual for most draws. Most draws, you don't have a lead blocker, you don't have a fullback that's going to pick up someone at the next level, and it's a really effective play. Now even though I'm getting block shots against the Saints defense, I assure you it's a very, very good play to have in your arsenal against anybody who uses a lot of zone coverage. And down in the red zone, I've plugged the ball in a lot of times against guys that basically just flood the zones. So a draw play is always good to have in your arsenal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next play. So we've got Texas. This is a great play to go and use against your opponent, and it's really trying to open up this fullback route. He gets in an actually weird different area of the field that you can use against your opponent and get the ball in. So hopefully we'll be able to get him to turn up. Also, the tight end route is something you can hit over the middle if he's not paying attention. So if his zones come out, you want to hit the tight end route. So that's right over the middle, and that's user territory. But watch what happens with this fullback route. He actually turns up, and if you got a good second, a dual halfback set, that fullback route is actually going to go ahead and get into like a little sweet part of the zone. So see how the defender doesn't really play it, and it's going to give you a chance to put that ball in the end zone. So let's take a look at the last play, and this is what I decided to build this whole scheme around, was a corner strike. Now, what I like to do is I like to streak up the tight end again, because if there's no defender that plays that, I want to be able to go and hit that against my opponent. So our first read is going to be basically this tight end route. And if nobody goes in the area, I'm going to do that. If not, I'm going to check it down to this glitchy running back route. This running back route does not get covered. Someone's going to have to put some type of a yellow zone. It works like an angle route, but what happens is that the coverage just doesn't play it correctly, and you're going to get an easy completion underneath. So he's going to have to user it, and that's what's great about this particular play is that if he uses it, let's see if Diggs, what happens to Diggs. See how Diggs is wide open? You can hit that in the backside. So these are easy plays to go ahead and use against your opponent down in the red zone out of this Buffalo Bills playbook. You got yourself a nice OP draw play that you can actually hit against your opponent. You can hit him with the fullback dive if he gives you an open box. You've also got basically this Texas route, and then you've got this corner strike with this glitchy running back route that just doesn't get covered. It's just an easy way to go ahead and plug the ball in the end zone or get a lot closer to the end zone. So guys, if you like these type of tips, go ahead and make sure you smash that like button. And I'll be rolling out more offensive and defensive tips to take your game to the next level. And if you guys are new to my channel, you like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, also the notification icon. I can tell you, I roll out tips like this every other day. I also do what's popular going on in Madden community. And this is stuff that I actually do to my page, help with my patrons if they're looking to take their game to the next level. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.